Hi folks, another diesel heater video. Good afternoon. Now, some people are trying to run their diesel heaters on old engine oil. Now I've got some information that might be helpful, I don't know. Initially I was just using a very low dose of engine oil to my kerosene mix. The maximum that actually went into it was round about 25%, roughly a quarter of the old oil to the kerosene. So what I noticed was everything seemed to be fine to start with, it seemed to be okay, but I did notice a change, and the change gradually I think got worse with it, to be honest with you. And what I reckon it's been that there's ash building up. Now, even with the low concentration of oil, used oil, this ash was increasing. Now, I use my own sump oil from my car, and as I explained in a previous video, I'm changing my engine oil every maybe only about a couple of thousand miles at a time, really, every 6 months. I do roughly about 4,000 a year, and the car I have is a Hyundai i10, which is very clean. The engine doesn't produce a lot of muck, and the oil is usually not bad looking. So I thought, this should be okay. Now, of course, it runs with a low SAPS oil, the i10, and I'm thinking, is that going to make a difference to the ash content or not? I don't know. Anyway, I actually stripped this to bits after using it, and now I've cleaned this all up, this burner tube. This is the one that was originally in my diesel heater, and cleaned it all out inside. And I had another wee go at it today. I thought I'd actually got quite a good job of cleaning it, because I've replaced it with another one, just for quickness, with a brand new one. But I was getting all this on the bench, a bit of soot inside it, and I'm cleaning it out with a bit of stiff wire, etc. So I was getting that, not a lot there, let's be fair, but there's bits of hard stuff, which is not so much soot, it's obviously bits of ash. So I thought, but there's another thing that you have to be aware of. Gradually, as this clogs up, the CO level goes up quite considerably. This used to run, when I was running kerosene neat, it was usually only about 10 to 15, but it's gradually crept up as time has gone on. And then when I put the new burner tube in, it actually was very low again, but it's now crept back up. So I have got more kerosene, and I have diluted my fuel even more. So there's roughly only about 10% oil in the tank here. You can still see it's discoloured, but if you look at the filter, it actually looks quite clean now, although it's still a bit discoloured. That is what I've got left of a mix, which is about 20 to 22% oil and kerosene, and I've got another tub there. What I did was I drained this down to about here today, roughly about here. I siphoned it back out into this tub, and I refilled it with the kerosene from there right up to the top. It's been on quite a lot today, to be fair, so it was right up the top, as high as I could get away with, to dilute it, and it was all mixed up afterwards as well. And this is definitely cleaned up there, and also on the pump. I shall show you on the pump here, it's cleaned up. So it's a wee slight discoloration. So there still is some oil getting into it. Now I'm not stripping this down again yet. I'll use up the fuel and the mix that I've got in the meantime, and we'll just run it like that. It's actually on it's just gone into low. I started it up. It always starts up at high and then it comes down. This is one of the controllers, of course, that you can't set the hertz. The only thing you can do is go into Alpine mode, which reduces the pump stroke. but it does run quite well. I mean, don't forget I'm running the 0.28mm pump here, but I've never had any issue with this pump. I've never had any problems before. This has only ever started to arise since I've used engine oil and along with the kerosene. So I think forget using engine oil. You're just going to have problems with your pump, your diesel heater, and ash build up, and probably a wee bit more soot. You don't want to have to strip it to bits. So to be fair, I'm going to just use this up over the winter months. Hopefully the diesel heater will keep, well, the air heater will keep running all right during that time. If it doesn't, I have to open it up, obviously. But I'd rather not until I've used up this fuel, and I'm sure I will. There is another thing as well, guys. If you're a radio amateur or into shortwave listening or anything like that, these machines produce an awful lot of EMC. A lot of rubbish that gets onto the into your radios, you know, and it's quite hard to get rid of. The motor is PWM controlled, and it's quite a high current motor because it works relatively high, and also of course the fuel pump is pulse width modulated as well, so that produces a lot of noise. Now I have fitted clip-on ferrites in many places on the leads going up to my supply. This runs off my solar system, which is a 12 volt system with about 500 ampere hour of battery capacity, so I've got plenty of capacity there. And also you'll notice there's a small battery in circuit, so if something was to go wrong with the controller and the voltage disappeared, at least this would shut the diesel heater down. I mean, the voltage would tail off obviously because it would pull quite a bit off these wee batteries, but it's enough to allow me to shut the diesel heater down without knacking it up. I've even got ferrites here. So it's during the shutdown procedure, there's so much noise you'll actually hear the ferrites rattling away. Just shows you the amount of noise. So I'm going to shut this down. You might hear it on the phone, you might not. We'll see. I'll shut it down. As soon as the glow plug comes on, you'll find it makes a noise. Let's see if we can hear it. There's a bit of noise there. Not much. From this one, I think. Oh, there you go. Can you hear them buzzing away? You might hear it, I don't know. Anyway, so it's just like anybody that might be a radio amateur that has one of these and they're thinking, what all that noise, you'll notice it on 10 metres a lot, and on also on 40 metres you'll see it. So it is caused by the pulse width modulation circuit in this these heaters, and they're very, very hard to get rid of it. As I say, I've got clip-on ferrites all over the place, which has helped but hasn't helped greatly. So there you go. I just thought I'd let you know what's happening here with the diesel heater. So please keep away from the idea of using anything to do with old oil. It's not going to work. It will not like it. You'll get a lot of ash build up, and that's something you don't want to keep stripping your heater to bits. It takes time, blah blah blah. They're not difficult to do, but who wants to keep cleaning a heater out every 2 or 3 weeks? No. So forget about the old oil. Don't bother with it, just leave it. You might find there's some other way you can use your old oil up, but don't do it. I just tried it as an experiment to see how well it would run, but that's the last I'll be doing with it. Okay, thanks guys for watching, take care everyone, all the best, taddy bye.